Tommy Helpington.
So I'm here in Stanley Park. I'm going to do you a little nature tour because there's loads of nature around. So I'm going to just introduce you to a few of the local and not so local creatures and tell you a little bit about them. Right then, you little buggers. Yeah, booty. Here look, the giraffe-necked longbeak, Canadian native, green head and a brown head.
Fuck me, is that a bear down there?
It's the Canadian midnight bird. Hey, so I've stumbled across a bit of, I'll show you here, look, this is Canadian mudstone. So it's actually just mud, but it gets so cold here in the winter that it freezes and it does not thaw all summer, so this mud stays stone-like. It's unbelievable some of the stuff I'm seeing in here today. Here we have it, look. Couple Canadian gooses, guys. Are you kidding me? There's some bloody yellow-beaked seagulls here, native to Canada and Cornwall. Let me zoom in on them because there's 4 of them and they're really going at it. The weather gets so cold here in the winter, the rocks have actually grown fur to keep them warmer, and also acts as a waterproofing agent so they can last a bit longer. Really cool stuff. What you got there, mate? Bit of starfish, it looks like. Yummy. Stanley Park, Vancouver. They recently renamed it after Stanley Apparel, the clothing brand. Stanley
Stanley Apparel for all your clothing needs.
Alright everyone, so it's day 2 in Vancouver and I found someone to help, so that is good news. So unfortunately we're going to have to leave the nature. As educational as it was, we're going to have to move on to the helping. So I'm actually helping a lovely couple called Max and Jen. Anyway, so what do you need help with tomorrow?
Well, Jen and I bought a table off Kijiji, Craigslist, and it was my summer project to paint it and varnish it and turn it into something glorious. But I can't really do that, and it really calls for some Tommy Helpington, I think. So it's classic Tommy Helpington.
This is the toolbox he left me, so I feel like that kind of, I get a gauge of his kind of DIY ability and also effort levels. And I know that they say a good workman never blames his tools. I like to say you're only as good as your tools. I did buy the budget roller, super value paintbrushes. My instructions were chalk paint, white chalk paint for the chairs and the base, and then like a dark brown kind of varnish for the top to make it nice and dark. The man in the shop talked me out of that, so I've ended up getting a nice big matte acrylic, third of the price, and also a slightly smaller, very brown matte acrylic. Yeah, it's just a screwdriver. I believe it's known as a Phillips in the trade. Try not to let that happen, won't I? Anyway, like I said, glad they're not here. Okay. Heads, I go with the white paint. Tails, I go. Oh, sorry. Tails, I go with the brown paint. Okay. I forgot what I said. I'm panicking so much I forgot what I said. Let me start again. Heads, I go with the white paint. Tails, I go with the brown paint. Heads white, tails brown. Right, it's tails. That's the brown paint on that. Okay. Alright. Pointing down here. I mean, it is dark. It's a bit purple looking. I'm going to dip a little bit on the bottom here and see what it... No. It's like purple. Purple, I think. So I've had a little panic. I've realised I'm not going to go on the big, so I'm going to start with the chairs. It's less important, less stressful. I'm just going to start with the chairs. Looks like a scene from some kind of horror film. Maybe it is going to be a bit of a horror film. I don't know how this is going to end up. Here we go. I might do the bottom first. No, it's too hard to hold it. I'm going to put it like that. So what I've done with these ones, I don't know if you can see it, is do a really thin coat, and I'm going to do another coat. But this one, you're not going to be able to see it, but on there it is full of bits and drips and stuff. So the main issues I'm having is, one, I've no idea what I'm doing at all. Two, I bought the wrong paints and that. Three, chairs are way harder than you think. And four, I haven't even had lunch yet and it's 2:10. Oh yeah, all comfy. So they actually turned out alright. I mean, up close there's a few blemishes and little lumps and that, and there's the one that's got the bits from the cheap roller all over it still. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with that. It took about 6.5 hours to paint 4 chairs, but I think it's worth it. So I'm going to stick around. They're going to be home in about an hour. And I'm going to get their verdict on camera, but I'm not going to tackle the table. It's too high pressure. It's too high pressure. Let's start that recording. I can't get past. What do you think? What do you think of the chairs?
I think they're terrible. I think they're great.
Okay.
I'm really happy with the chairs.
Thanks.
I think it looks good. I think we just need to try and figure out making them a bit more robust.
The issue is I've already scratched all 4 chairs before they go home.
Because they're
good
from far, but far from good.
This is true.
That's such a great quote.
Jen did quote this earlier. Good from far, but far from good. This is the other issue that I also have given you. So I came to help. What I've done is made a bit of a mess, left in a couple of paint tins there, half empty. They now need to repaint the chairs. Then they need to like go over them with a sealant and do the table.
What's going to end up happening is that we actually won't use those chairs again until the summer. We'll want to do it and we won't do it.
Really unfair thing to say on camera.
It's not the best advert for Tommy Helpington.
Yeah, but your intentions were really, really good.
And you know what? You helped us really get moving on this project. We've been putting it off.
That's what I've helped with.
Now, yeah. We have the motivation to finish it.
Because before we had things like our jobs and like our social life getting in the way, but now we could just put the 2 of those to the side. I think this sums up to that guy.
Pictures of that and the receipt and bring it back to him and say, we'll keep the paint, but we want our money back.
Nice.
Jen's really good at that. She should go. You should go. You can come?
No.
You should come.
I also can't really be bothered.
He's already murked me once. I don't want to go. I'll end up coming up with another few purple paints for the table. Also, it's been quite nice to come and see you two in Vancouver.
Thanks.
Yeah,
It's been nice having you.
It's been nice. Yeah.
Because we don't have very many friends, so it's helped us to feel a little bit.
That's helped. That's what I've helped.
She's an ice hockey player, isn't she?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Jen plays ice hockey. That's pretty sweet. Yeah. My
You should body check Tom.
My back is in pieces from bending the chair.
Effort, 9 out of 10. Like, probably 10 out of 10 actually for effort.
Sure thing.
10 out of 10 for effort.
I say 9 out of 10 for aesthetics.
Really? Don't go near the legs. That's my advice. Unless you're going to paint them.
Nice.
Have you got any concluding words that you want to say?
Thank you.
Thank you, Tommy Helpington. You've really helped take away all of our spare time the next few weeks.
Tommy Helpington.